So originally this was going to be, is Alien scarier on VHS? But as you can see, the picture is a lot lighter and not as dark as I thought it was. Therefore, this is a video comparing the theatrical release and the director's cut. The VHS release is in widescreen on the top and the Blu-ray is on the bottom. So we'll start with the opening titles. You can see the Blu-ray definition is very high, which is as you'd expect, but there's also a different color. But you'll see the differences between the quality as we go along. But let's see what's actually different. So the first change is a very minor one where the theatrical cut has an extra bit.
Okay, get dressed, huh? Parker? Go.
Can I finish my coffee? It's the only thing good on this ship.
So just an extra 6 seconds of a panning shot taken out for the director's cut. I don't think anyone's going to miss that one. So now we get to a whole new scene in the director's cut.
Well, yeah.
Alright, we're going in.
Yeah, we're going in.
We all hear that, Lambert?
God, doesn't sound like any radio signal I've heard. Maybe it's a voice.
Well, we'll soon know. Can you hone in on that?
What was the position?
6550-99.
All right, I found the quadrant. Ascension, 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Declination, 39 degrees, 2 seconds.
Okay, put that on the screen for me.
All right, well, that's it. It's a planetoid. 1,200 kilometers.
It's tiny. Any rotation?
About 2 hours.
What about gravity?
0.86.
You can walk on it.
So just filling in some details about where the planet is and how they're going to get there. Probably something you'll notice that isn't in the theatrical cut is how they get there and what they know about the planet. So now it's back to the theatrical cut having an extra scene in it.
How's it going?
Oh, all right.
Have you tried putting that transmission through ECIU?
Mother hasn't identified it yet.
You mind if I give it a shot?
Please do.
So it's another minor change, but just showing Ripley's distrust of Ash. But that last 10 seconds really shows the difference in colour quality between the films. And I must say I prefer the original theatrical cut on VHS for its colour anyway. So it looks like more big scenes were put back into the director's cut and more smaller scenes cut out. As we'll see now, another small scene cut out from the director's cut.
Dallas.
So yeah, basically just a few seconds of extra shots is all. Like a lot of these shorter clips, you'd have to be a very big fan to notice they weren't in it. And again, this is what happens in the next clip.
Alien life form. Looks like it's been dead a long time. Fossilized. Looks like it's grown out of the chair.
Again, very minor changes. Whether you'd miss them or not, I wouldn't know. So wait till you see this minor change in the next clip.
Bones have been outward. Like he exploded from inside.
I wonder what happened to the rest of the crew.
Very interesting, they cut out the "he exploded from inside" bit. What could they be suggesting by taking that out? Another minor change here.
Hey, Dallas. Lambert, come on over here. Come on. What do you got? I'll see.
I'm sure Ridley Scott knew what he was doing when he took that out, but I have no idea. So without the new scenes, the film would be a lot shorter. Another small cut coming up. These edits do seem to be like they're speeding the film up, because I think it's about an hour in before the alien actually makes an appearance. So now it's time for another new scene.
Wait a minute, there's movement.
So they've added a scene back in that looks like he has a weapon. Or is it just a tool? Let me know what you think it is. And now we get another big scene put back in.
What the hell is that?
Jesus Christ. What is that, man? Hey, how the hell is he breathing?
He's still alive or what?
And why don't you guys freeze him? How come they don't freeze him? What's going on, man?
What the fuck is going on here?
Hey, hey! Break it off.
All right. Ripley, when I give an order, I expect to be obeyed.
Even if it's against the law?
You're goddamn right!
Well, maybe she has a point, you know? Who the hell knows what that thing is?
We're gonna get that off him. How are we gonna get it off? Just a minute, I'm gonna get some solution.
So tensions are running high in the crew, and we get the famous slap scene from Veronica Cartwright. And now for another extended scene in the theatrical cut. So it does just seem to be they are speeding up getting to the actual alien in this director's cut. Because now we have another scene that's not in the director's cut.
How does that happen?
It happens, my dear, because that's what the company wants to happen.
Since when is that standard procedure?
Standard procedure is to do what the hell they tell you to do.
Did you ever ship out with Ash before?
I went out 5 times with another science officer. They replaced him 2 days before we left Thetis with Ash.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust anybody. What's happening with the repairs? How's it going?
Oh, they're pretty much finished now.
Why the hell didn't you tell me so?
Well, because there's still some things left to...
So maybe they just took that scene out so you wouldn't suspect Ash of anything later on. Who knows? But here comes another pacing issue on the theatrical cut.
See anything? No.
I don't know about you, but I always enjoy looking around the sets. They looked very nice, so why take that out? Just to get to the alien quicker? Must be. Because here we go again.
I want you to communicate, keep in touch at all times, alright? Let's go.
I thought you fixed 12 module.
We did.
Now I've just checked, and in the theatrical cut they get to the alien in 53 minutes, and in the director's cut it's 56. So maybe it was just, with all the new scenes going back in, they needed to get there quicker. Because here comes another missing scene from the director's cut.
It's within 5 meters.
Be careful. Yeah, don't do that. Don't creep up on me with that.
You guys stick together.
So far I'm in favour of the theatrical cut over the director's cut. So the last time I watched the film it was the director's cut, and I didn't really notice the differences. So now there's a few extra scenes in the theatrical cut for Harry Dean Stanton. So far this is my favourite edit of the director's cut, because did you spot the alien? And it did take out a lot of him washing his face. So now we get an extended scene in the director's cut. So this one I think I like the theatrical cut better, where it just shows he's on his own when he gets killed and then they run in. whereas in the director's cut they run in while he's hanging there on being killed, or we can't see, in front of Jones the cat. So let's have a look at this one and see if you think this one should have been left in the director's cut.
You and Ash take the main airlock. Parker, Lambert, you cover up that maintenance opening, please.
So I kind of like that scene that's in the theatrical cut. It sort of gives that sense of no help is coming and you've got no idea what's happening. So up next, yet another scene cut from the director's cut.
Alright, I've got a reading on you now.
So the director's cut is about 156 minutes, and the theatrical about 153, so there's not that much difference in them. And in total there's probably only about 5 minutes of footage taken out. So why not just have a look at some more? So again, nothing that affects the story as such, but just something more interesting to look at every so often. Always nice to see the sets they built for this. So here's another great one.
Parker.
I've always wanted to know what all those little flashing lights reference, but one day we'll find out. So up next might be the smallest cut. So just 2 seconds difference there, just to hide the cut from the fake head to the real head. You've guessed it, it's another cut that's not in the director's cut.
I need coolant for the air support system.
So it's just some walking and talking down the corridors. I must admit, I do have time for it if it was in the director's cut. So coming up, some model scenes get cut, which is unforgivable. Even after 45 years, the models in this film still look better than any CGI creations we've seen. And maybe I did want to see how Sigourney Weaver's hair got in that ponytail. Looks like I lied about what the shortest cut was. Here goes. At first I thought it was just a timing issue. No, they just cut that tiny scene. Right, one more minor one taken from the director's cut, but then a big one added back in. Totally unnecessary to take out in my opinion, but never mind. So here we go with the most famous scene in the Alien restoration, Finding Dallas. So I guess they cut that scene out because it is quite confusing of why the alien would keep them alive. But after future Alien films that gives explanations, you can see why he put it back in now. As far as I remember, that scene was only an extra on DVDs back in the day, but I might be mistaken, but it wasn't until the actual director's cut that it was put back in. Another short scene taken out here. And we actually get a small one put back in. Any extra Alien footage is always welcome. And now a long scene with 2 cuts in the director's cut. So yeah, just more walking around that's been taken out. Does it lessen the suspense? I'll have to watch the whole film to find out. Here's another quick cut. A very weird edit, but there we go. And now we get to the final change that I could find. There might be others, let me know if I missed any. As far as I know, I got them all. So there we have it. That is the final change that I could find. And I would prefer it if all the scenes were left in and the extra scenes were put in for the director's cut. It would make it about a 2-hour film, but I'm alright with that. This film is a classic, and it's one I enjoy every time I watch it. So what do you make of that? Which version do you prefer? And which colouring do you prefer? The VHS or the Blu-ray? Thanks for watching. Here ends the lesson.
This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.